Greetings, fellow YouTubers. I thought it'd be a good idea to discuss some of the new information that we've learned. What's apparent is we, as a world, the Earth, is under an expansion period. The expansion should last, 2 to 10 to even 25 years. In the meantime, the Sun is also going through an expansion period, and the binary Sun. Also, every planet within our solar system is going through expansion. This is due to our binary Sun. We call it Wormwood or Nibiru, Planet X. The Mayans were off a couple years as to when the planet or the binary star would actually enter into our solar system. What does 2012 hold in store for us? Clearly looking at the scenario and what's taking place around the world, it begins to amaze me that we will have is this solar cycle that brings us to a max. Apparently the new solar cycle, 24, had started in February or January. They don't peak for about 11 years. So when people are telling you about 2021, they're telling you that the solar flares could be a lot worse than they are today. This means over the next 10 years, if we don't use any type of protection, we can get severely sick, cancer, lose our hair, severe skin cancer, and among other things, sinus pressure, headaches. This is all attributed to the increase in gravity, which we now know what gravity actually is, this radiant energy, negative energy. That's electrical charge, that's kinetic. Earth is in an acceleration mode, and the storms will start to increase and strengthen over the next few weeks to show us that the Earth has completed the precession. It sure has taken an awful long time, close to 3 months now, and within that period we saw noticeable tides being lower for a period of 2 to 3 weeks, and they will increase once again and become relatively higher within the next 2 to 3 weeks. The earthquakes we can predict as a major earthquake due to the pressure of gravity and the force behind it, the wind and the solar wind, also adding to the pressure. The other misfortunate thing is the Earth had slowed down, and therefore it's not spinning very quickly. When this happens, the magnetic field weakens. If we can get the Earth spinning quickly, then the magnetic field and the magnetosphere would strengthen also. This is an interesting fact. A few hidden pieces of information. You can expand your borders relatively quickly, and you can learn a lot. In this case, we have factual information with factual data to back it up. We had come across Nibiru the other night on April 14th. It was in the eastern, from the eastern coast, Eastern Standard Daylight Time, 2:30 a.m. Found Nibiru about 129 degrees longitude. Believe it's southwest of Venus. A very luminous area. We used a $10,000 telescope. We have evidence that the precession has, taken us over 2,000 feet north. Possibly we're heading into the galactic plane, which means for sure we will get the magnetic pole reversal on top of everything else. So folks, the hidden information, the fact that we're working our tails off while these guys are digging underground, they're killing us. And the x-rays over the next 5 years, 10 years, need to be monitored. And the earthquakes will increase, and their strength will also increase over time due to the solar cycle reaching and accelerating in the direction of a maximum over the next 10 years. What we can be sure of is the storms will now strengthen. The debris, the meteorites, will become more of a threat, and the real truth is it's not a pretty picture. Between the X-rays bombarding us and the pressure itself of those X-rays causing earthquakes and expansion in the Earth, we clearly see that the force behind the X-rays and the density of gravity being much denser now, while we have two large objects, two massive potentials in close proximity. Therefore, the pressure of gravity is a wave, and it's a propagating wave. It's like the ether, as Tesla had told us. Lead would be a pretty good shield against X-rays.